Introducing the Open Palm Podcast, hosted by Jerome Shaw. Available today on your favorite podcasting platforms, including Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Anchor.fm, and many more. The Open Palm Podcast, where the host engages his listeners with inspirational messages, motivating themes, and thought-provoking ideas. Topics include: make more mistakes, how much is your value, don't get right, get going, learning to let go, excellence is a habit, and more. Binge listen today. Subscribe today. It's getting excellent ratings. That's the Open Palm Podcast, hosted by Jerome Shaw. You can also find it on YouTube. Make sure you share it with your social networks and connect on Twitter and Instagram at Jerome Shaw. That's the Open Palm Podcast with Jerome Shaw. Available today on your favorite podcasting platforms. Go listen, download, and subscribe now.
Let go to let in. Letting go to let in. How do we let go to let more in? Well, my friend, where do I begin? I feel like I've been on this journey this year. How much more can I let go so that I can invite more in? You know, there's a quote by Sadhguru. The quote says, success happens naturally or happens automatically. Success is easy when you function at your full potential. Now, how do we function at our full potential? Well, in my humble opinion, I believe that less is more on a universal level. Less is more. With less things to worry about, with less stress, we have more joy, more happiness, more peace. With less things, less tasks, we have more time, right? When you let go of darkness, you allow more light into the body. Every time you let go of something, whether it be material, physical, emotional, mental, something else comes in to fill that void. My friend, good friend, puts it like this. Imagine you're slapping water. Water is so powerful. We're made of a large percentage of water. Water is tangible, yet it takes the shape or form of what it's poured into. You can speak to water. You can change the molecular structure of water with your wishes at your command. Formless, shapeless. It can crash, it can flow. So adaptable to its surroundings. But when you slap water, water comes in to fill that void. For a second, it is empty in the area that it was slapped. And then, boom, new water comes in to fill that void. So the same happens when we let something go. Whenever you give something away, you get something back in return. You may not know in what form it takes, but it's coming back, my friend. It's coming back to you. Try it. Do an exercise that my friend gave me. This was a powerful piece of advice. And this friend who I'm talking about, I saw him live his life that was so interesting to me. First of all, he only has like 2 pairs of clothes that he switches back and forth. He wears one thing really. So he had let go of the want or the need to have more when it came to his clothing. He only needs what he has on his body. And then his car, which he goes Uber driving and delivering, is completely empty. except for what's in the trunk, which is what he lives on, his toiletries and just whatever he puts underneath the trunk where the spare tire is. The rest of his car is completely empty. He lives in his car, he sleeps in there. And he's one of the happiest people I've ever seen on the face of this earth. He gave me this, which I now give to you, an exercise of giving and receiving. Start small. Take a few items, whether it be clothes or whether it be books, anything that you don't use. Could even be, some items. Just something that you don't really interact with in your house or your surroundings. Put them in a box. Put this box in the corner of your space. And if after 1 month you do not interact with this box, you do not go to this box, you don't touch the box, you have no need for the box. If after 1 month the box remains untouched, give away the box. Just give it away. Just donate it. Don't worry about where it's going. Don't worry about getting money from it. Don't worry about selling it. Just donate it. Just give it away. And if you don't have anywhere to give it away, find some place to set it down. Set it down on a curb somewhere. Trust me, it'll get taken care of. The right person will come along. They'll find it. But you start to do this, and you'll be surprised when you let go, you actually let in. Thank you for listening, my friend. This has been Jerome Shaw on TOP, the Open Palm Podcast here in downtown Los Angeles. The open palm means harmony with the world, understanding our place in the world, using our skills accordingly, greeting the world with an open palm instead of a closed fist. I pray you received a kind message from this today, letting you know that you can release, you can allow, you can let go. That is the yin. When you allow for the yang, which is the manifestation. That is the action we take to complete the manifestation. But the manifestation needs that allowance. So in order to bring more into your life, more light, more abundance, more prosperity, more peace, more joy, more happiness, you gotta let some things go. Elimination is creation. Reduction is production. Find out how powerful you are when you allow yourself to be weak. Share this episode with a like-minded individual who is learning and growing, becoming their greatest version, just like you, being unafraid to let things go. And if you are just listening to this podcast for the first time, why not subscribe to hear more messages like this? If you really felt the energy and you feel compelled to support, then consider going to anchor.fm/jshaw. Supporting the podcast there is much appreciated. Thank you to all the wonderful supporters who continue to donate month after month. You are the lifeblood of this podcast. You are much loved and appreciated. My friend, be blessed. Have a wonderful day or night wherever you are. And just before we go, I cannot forget to mention our newest supporter, Lucinda. Thank you, Lucinda, for supporting the podcast. My friend, take care.
Hey there, my friend. So you've heard about Anchor, but do you know why it's the easiest way to make a podcast? Well, first off, it's free. It allows you to use creation tools that let you record your podcast right from your phone or computer. It also distributes your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more platforms. You can even make money from your podcast with minimum listenership. It's everything you need in one place. Download the free Anchor app today or go to anchor.fm to get started. Can't wait to hear yours. Let's see what you have to offer the world.